Ron Allen, NBC News, New York.
A lot to learn. That's Nightly News for this Thursday. Thank you for watching. I'm Lester Holt. Please take care of yourself and each other. Good night.
I'd like to combine forces and work this case together.
Arms, drugs, sex trafficking. It's beyond comprehension.
We keep fighting
together.
Listen to this sweet deal. Ron Johnson used his office to scoop up millions for himself. Like how Johnson secured a special tax break that benefited his own business.
Did my business benefit? Sure.
The tax break helped Johnson double his wealth. And the cherry on top? It's helped make him the 5th richest senator in Washington. Ron Johnson's not looking out for Wisconsin. He's out for himself. DSCC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Bolger Cremation and Funeral Services in Woodruff.
Straight ahead, people are gearing up for Labor Day. We'll tell you what impact travel might have on your car.
Plus, Wisconsin nurses are planning a strike. We'll explain when they might be out of the hospitals and in the streets.
And how one Northwoods property owner is trying to bring back the pollinator population. We'll have the details as your local news starts right now.
Your local news and weather from where you live. News Watch 12 at 6 starts now.
Good evening and welcome to News Watch 12 at 6. I'm Jessica Jukic.
And I'm Morgan Johnson. It's almost time for another 3-day holiday weekend. With many people hitting the road, experts say it's important to keep the long-term health of your car in mind. Paul Marquardt owns and works on cars at Napa Northwoods Auto Techs in Rhinelander. He's spent 47 years in the business and says the biggest way people can care for their car is to avoid driving in a rush.
Give yourself some time. Don't be such a rush. Enjoy the drive. There's a lot of beautiful things to see on the drive. You're not going to get anywhere rushing.
According to Marquardt, the 3 most common issues he sees around this time of year are failures with water pumps, charging system failures, and cooling systems. But in general, there are far less problems with newer cars.
Now that we're dealing with newer technology, electric cars, hybrid vehicles, the technology is improved. We're not seeing as many vehicles break down as we did 20, 30 years ago. Because quite honestly, they're just building them that much better.
Marquardt reminds people to check the basics, including their tire pressure and car batteries, and for those with electric cars to prepare for charging stations as they are harder to come by in rural areas. A beautiful day in the Northwoods today.
Chief Meteorologist Jeff Willard joins us now. Jeff.
Yeah, hey, Jessica and Morgan. We're talking about temperatures back in the 80s today, but just for giggles, please know the first snow on record in Rhinelander is on September 10th, many years ago. Okay, so looking outside today, though, lots of sunshine, temperatures in the 80s, and look at these highs. Really warm temperatures, the average high being 74. All of us were above that today, and likely again tomorrow before some changes get in here about this time tomorrow evening with showers and some storms on the way. It's also getting increasingly more humid. Dew points now hanging out near 60, yesterday in the 40s, so the dry air is gone. It's more humid. It's waiting on a trigger that's going to arrive for us tomorrow. Right now we have lots of clear skies across the entire area, but over to the west of us, that's our next system. A cold front is going to be right through there. That's coming our way for tomorrow, likely lifting the air enough during tomorrow afternoon and evening to affect the football games tomorrow night. Our forecast then for tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies to mostly clear skies with temperatures hanging out near 60. Your full forecast coming up. Jessica and Morgan.
Another cord was found strung across the same Madison bike path where ones have been found multiple times in the past week, the Madison Police Department confirmed. In its latest report, MPD officers were patrolling the area Wednesday in response to the earlier reports. Officers spotted another cord around 4 a.m. along a bridge near Allied Drive. The police department points out that it once again was hanging at a dangerous level, approximately neck level for a bicycle rider. The MPD statement assured the community that its investigation into the incidents remains active. However, the department also urges people to remain vigilant when riding and to report any information they may have about the cords.
Wausau police are investigating a crash between a vehicle and a 12-year-old bicyclist that occurred around 3:45 p.m. today at the intersection of 10th Street and Forest Street. The bicyclist was transported to a local hospital with life-threatening injuries and has since died. The intersection at 10th Street and Forest Street is closed to traffic while the crash is investigated and will be reopened later tonight. Motorists are encouraged to divert to South Bellis Street or North 11th Street. The driver of the vehicle remained on the scene and is cooperating with law enforcement. The crash remains under investigation and no further details will be released today.
Hundreds of nurses who work for UW Health plan to notify administrators of their intention to strike if they don't recognize their union in a protracted battle to regain bargaining rights. The union, SEIU Healthcare Wisconsin, said it will issue the legally required 10-day notice of its intent to strike on Friday, setting the clock ticking for a possible strike September 13th to September 16th. The notice follows a vote taken by hundreds of nurses last month in which 99% approved moving forward with the strike, according to the union. The healthcare system, formerly called the University of Wisconsin Hospital and Clinic Authority, includes several clinics in the greater Madison area, as well as UW Health Hospital, Madison East Hospital, and the American Family Children's Hospital. It employs 3,400 nurses, with the union estimated to include 2,600 nurses.
Holiday gas stations across the country are offering a discount on fuel right now. Here was the scene at the Holiday in Rhinelander this afternoon. Cars were lining the gas station. People will get $4.50 off their gasoline purchase. They'll also get $2.50 off a future purchase. Elliot Boyer of Rhinelander said he's glad to see the discount since he drives a lot for his small business.
We definitely burn a lot of fuel in general, just gas and diesel, and this summer has definitely been pretty bad with it.
Holiday's offering the discount in light of families heading back to school and the Labor Day weekend. The discount runs until 7 p.m., so there's still some time to save a few bucks.
Bank of America is now offering a new affordable home loan to help more Blacks and Latinos become homeowners. The Community Affordable Loan Solution is for first-time home buyers looking to buy in certain markets, including Los Angeles, Dallas, Detroit, Miami, and Charlotte, North Carolina. Eligibility is based on income and home location. Properties must be located in areas that are more than 50% Black and or Hispanic. Bank of America says no down payment is required. Neither are closing costs or a minimum credit score. Instead, the loan uses financial guidelines based on factors such as timely bill payments. Prospective buyers will have to complete a certification course before applying for the Community Affordable Loan Solution. Bank of America says it plans to expand the program next year. Kids are back in school, but some of them might be playing catch-up.
Coming up after the break, we'll tell you why test scores in certain school subjects are slipping. That's after Weather with Jeff right here on Newswatch 12.
Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Bone and Joint Walk-In Care.
Summer may be ending, but Ashley still has this season's top styles in stock and ready for fast delivery. For a limited time, update your home with no money down and 0% interest for 60 months. Visit your local Ashley store or shop ashley.com today.
Is this the new phone?
Yeah. With US Cellular, I got to pick any phone that I wanted for free. And I was already a customer.
Any brand? With any size?
Mm-hmm. I got exactly what I wanted. Big screen, big storage. I cannot remember the last time I had so many different options.
At US Cellular, new and current customers can get any phone from any brand free.
Are you actually texting them?
I don't know. I just thought I would just...
US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
Save 11% on your flooring update at Menards. Get an elegant, timeless look or a bold and contemporary style with our great selection of durable, waterproof vinyl plank flooring. Shaw vinyl plank flooring is easy to install and 11% off. You can add comfort to any room with new carpet. It's soft and luxurious and available in numerous styles and colors that work with any decor. Right now, save 11% on carpet from Marquee Industries.
Save big money at Menards.
Like most people, I bust my butt day in and day out. I earn every dime of my paycheck. It's the Wisconsin way.
But Governor Tony Evers supports paying welfare benefits to people who won't work, even after they turn down job offers.
That's a disgrace.
That's a disgrace.
It's a slap in the face to hardworking people like us.
Tony Evers should know better.
Tony Evers should know better, but he doesn't.
Tony Evers, our failed liberal governor.
Visit Lac de Flambeau, experience culture, shopping, treats, and relaxation. Look over the native arts, beadwork, fabrics, native food catering, delicious ice cream and coffee blends, or treat yourself to a manicure. While you are in town, visit the four-season exhibit at the Ojibwe Museum and Culture Center. Experience the outdoors at the Lac de Flambeau campground with access to the beautiful Lac de Flambeau chain of lakes. Contact the Lac de Flambeau Chamber of Commerce and enjoy the hospitality. Come and refresh your spirit.
Summer may be ending, but Ashley still has this season's top styles in stock and ready for fast delivery. For a limited time, update your home with no money down and 0% interest for 60 months. Visit your local Ashley store or shop ashley.com today.
Brought to you by Lockview Desert Health Center, Eagle River, and Waters Meat.
All right, pull up a chair. You and I get to chat weather for about 4 minutes. Today, sunny 80s out there, but we all know it's now September 1st, and scenes like this are not too far away. In fact, leaves begin to change in September around here, as you know. And then by October, first week of October, they pretty much peak as their brightness intensifies across our area. So here's kind of the map we go with. Generally, we're talking about mid to late September. They're changing, peaking about October 1st around here. So we'll see this year. It changes a bit every year, but you get the idea as things begin to happen pretty quickly now, right? Okay, but here, this could be an issue because warmer temperatures, this is the long-range temperature outlook for us and basically for the East and the Midwest and the Great Lakes and the West. Well above average temperatures are forecasted through the second week of September. That could keep us in the 70s for a while. We'll probably say goodbye to the 80s after next week, but overall, you get the plan. Temperatures are hanging out in the 80s out there today with plenty of sunshine and a couple of bugs out there as well. A couple of clouds in the area now. These are puffy, fair weather cumulus clouds. They will fall apart tonight, and then tomorrow we'll get some more clouds in here, especially through the afternoon. But right now it's 81 in Rhinelander, a southwest breeze around 8, the dew point there of sticky air is 61, and the pressure is falling at 29.92. Over in Wausau, it's 85 for you. That's not normal. South breeze around 11, dew point there is 63, and the pressure is falling as well as low pressure is approaching from the west. It'll be here tomorrow afternoon. Around the horn, okay, so we're talking about upper 70s to low 80s here. Mid 80s across central Wisconsin today. Again, we're going to pay for this, as you know, because a cold front is on the way. Close one eye if you have to. So 85 for tomorrow. Then, what happened here? 70 for a high on Saturday, meaning much of Saturday spent in the 60s around here with some sunshine. 72 for Sunday, 77 for Monday. And then what's this? 80s back in the forecast for Tuesday, Wednesday, into Thursday of next week. Looking outside right now in Rhinelander, it's just gorgeous, right? Lots of sunshine out there. The traffic is moving. The pavement is dry. People are happy. They'll be happy again tomorrow until about this time tomorrow evening. We'll get a line of showers and storms across the area tomorrow. That could give us some locally heavy rainfall and some gusty winds. Not tonight, though. No worries at all tonight. Get outside if you can. Lots of clear skies out there currently, but our attention then turns over here to the west of us, right? So not this. That'll go to our south. It's actually this right there. See it? Get your bifocals on right there. That's moving our direction. That's a cold front. It's going to lift the air enough tomorrow afternoon. At the peak of daytime heating, and that's a problem because this air is very buoyant. It's waiting for a trigger, and that'll likely happen across our area about this time tomorrow evening. The problem with that is there's lots of football games happening tomorrow evening that'll likely be impacted by this, but this will all quickly move to our south and east tomorrow evening in the central and southern parts of Wisconsin, giving us a very nice day for Saturday into Sunday. The severe weather threat tomorrow is not zero. It's low, but not zero. A couple of these could give us some gusty winds and some small hail and some brief heavy downpours, likely between 4 and 8 p.m. tomorrow evening. All right, drought monitor. So it came out today again. Of course, the west has decades of drought. We've been dry, as you know, across parts of Forest County, Oneida County, Navajo County, and also Price County. That is now shifted back off to the west, where it's been pretty much all season long, as we've had some rain around here as of late. Our forecast then tonight, though, is mostly clear skies, low temperatures down to 61. There could be some dense fog after midnight again. Most of us not. For tomorrow, tomorrow, it's Friday. Yay, what a week, right? Warm and humid temperatures out there near 85 with a slight chance, like a really slight chance for a storm before, say, 5 o'clock tomorrow with a better chance after 5 p.m. And high temperatures, a muggy 85. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwest Furniture and Mattress shows tomorrow's a really warm day, 85 and humid. Look at the weekend. Gorgeous 70s out there. Kind of cool Saturday, yes. There is Labor Day with high temperatures near 77.
Shutdowns at 2 plants left some school districts in Wisconsin scrambling to find milk for their students this fall.
The shutdowns are also increasing milk prices for the lunch programs. Borden Dairy, which provided milk for school cafeterias, announced in May that it was cutting back on milk production. One of its plants closed over the summer, and another in De Pere stopped producing milk and only produced sour cream. Schools are required to offer students milk as part of the USDA's National School Lunch Program. The milk will cost about 30% more this year.
The pandemic has taken a toll on reading and math scores for America's 9-year-old students. According to new data from the National Center for Education Statistics, math and reading scores fell dramatically during the first 2 years of the pandemic. Reading scores saw their largest decrease in 30 years, and math scores had their first decrease in the history of the testing regimen behind the study. The declines impacted all regions of the country and affected most students of most races, but students of color saw some of the steepest decreases. And the declines were slightly worse in the Northeast and Midwest.
People may want to turn away from beef jerky and choose a salad. According to 2 studies published Wednesday in the British Medical Journal, those who eat prepackaged food items like frozen pizza, hot dogs, are more likely to have major health problems. The U.S.-based study, which was based on more than 200,000 people over nearly a 3-decade period, discovered a link between those types of foods and colorectal cancer in men. The second study, based on 22,000 people in Italy, found that ultra-processed and nutrient-poor foods both increase the risk of an early death, especially from cardiovascular diseases. Officials say ready-to-eat meals are often less healthy than natural food because of the addition of items like chemical additives, sugar, and salt.
Pollinators are an important part of agriculture, especially in Wisconsin. The state is home to 14.2 million acres dedicated to the agricultural industry. However, there's been a decline in pollinators not only in Wisconsin, but throughout the entire country. Dave Russell, a landowner in Price County, has participated in a conservation incentive program. He hopes to help boost the pollinator population in his area.
Made a commitment to try and reestablish them here on the property. And we've seen a dramatic increase in not only the insect population, but the birds, as well as all types of wildlife.
His property has been considered a success by the USDA, which oversees a natural resources conservation program.
This has definitely been successful, and I think because of Dave's maintenance of the site, that's why it is so well established.
According to the USDA, beginning in 2006, experts noted significant yearly declines in honeybee colonies. If you're interested in doing a similar project yourself, they recommend to contact a local NRCS office. Fall is right around the corner, and that means apple picking season. Why some apple orchards are expecting a great harvest. We'll break it down after the break.
When our kids go to school, we want them thinking about this, not worrying about this. But Tim Michaels would allow guns on school grounds and let teens buy AR-15s and red flag laws that help prevent school shootings. He says they won't happen here. It's another reason Tim Michaels' radical agenda is a risk we just can't afford.
When I first moved here to Wausau from Madison, downtown was the very first area that I looked at, and I was shocked at the unavailability of housing opportunities that was there.
The mall as it is no longer viable. That has changed. It's changed across the country, and it's our turn to change what we have here into a new vision.
My hope is this is something that the Wausau community comes together to do what they always do, which is unite behind reinvesting in Wausau and making it a great place to live, work, and play.
It's Northwoods Furniture's sizzling summer sale going on now. As the summer heats up, so do our sales. Find red-hot store-wide savings at both locations. We have it all. Beautiful furniture and mattresses to fit everyone's comfort and style. Save on select Sealy mattresses, Lazy Boy, and Flex Steel furniture, and more. Enjoy the summer sun, relaxing on quality Amish-built outdoor furniture, all on sale now. Hurry in for best selections. Northwoods Furniture and Mattress in Eagle River, celebrating 15 years in business.
Labor Day weekend at Crandon International Raceway is here. 3 huge days and nights of racing and entertainment. It's the biggest and most prestigious off-road race in the world. September 1st through 4th, the 53rd Polaris Crandon World Championships. Get all the information for this incredible weekend of racing and camping at CrandonOffroad.com. See you at the Big House.
I worked really hard to save for retirement, worked all the hours I could, whatever it took. But Ron Johnson thinks we should consider raising the retirement age for Social Security and Medicare. That's a terrible idea. And he voted over and over again to weaken and cut Medicare, driving up our costs. Ron Johnson even wanted to privatize Social Security, calling it a legal Ponzi scheme. Tell Ron Johnson to strengthen Medicare.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Furniture and Appliance Mart.
A Northwoods orchard is preparing for its busiest season of the year. Helene's Hilltop Orchard in Merrill is kicking off its harvest season with its fall preview weekend on Saturday. This weekend, they will have its outdoor wine bar open with the orchard's Honeycrisp wine. Picked apples for sale along with the bakery. Olivia Telshow owns the orchard and says it's been in her family for 103 years.
We've been very blessed to have a beautiful year for growing apples. Spring was mild, but we didn't have extreme temperatures. So we didn't have a late season frost, which was very helpful to the blossoms. We had beautiful honeybees this summer that helped with pollination.
The farm has more than 12,000 apple trees and grows more than 30 varieties of apples. In the middle of September, the orchard will be offering public apple picking. Families will have their pick from Honeycrisp, McIntosh, and Cortland apples.
We do have a lot of visitors year from year that come up from Chicago. And then because we're known in the foodie community, we get a lot of people from up-and-coming foodie cities, people like from Kansas City and also from Omaha. So it's really fun to see where our traffic comes from every week.
The orchard is also unveiling its new barn loft store filled with holiday home decor and gifts. Helene's Hilltop Orchard will be open through the end of October. Stick around, we'll be back with one final look at weather.
Summer may be ending, but Ashley still has this season's top styles in stock and ready for fast delivery. For a limited time, update your home with no money down and 0% interest for 60 months. Visit your local Ashley store or shop ashley.com today.
At Batteries Plus, we power family road trips. We power bedtime stories. We power our local hospitals. We power connections with friends. We do more than replace batteries and fix phones and tablets. We help our neighbors power their lives. How powerful is that? Need a phone fixed? We got it. Get powered in-store, curbside, and at batteriesplus.com.
Powerhouse Lawn and Leisure is your Arctic spa dealer. Made in Canada, Arctic spas are the best cold weather spas in the world. Ask about Spa Boy, our automated saltwater system. That's Arctic Spas at Powerhouse Lawn and Leisure in Merrill.
Hi, Bob Pucci for the Take Kid Hunting Foundation. We're having the Eagle River Gun Show this weekend at the Ice Arena on Highway 70. Admission is $7, 14 under are free. Show hours are Friday from 3 p.m. to 8, Saturday 9 to 5, and Sunday 9 to 3.
Oh, boy, would you look at that field goal he kicked right there? That looks fantastic. Boy, it looks like you need to stop at Tomahawk Furniture and Guns. Furniture and Guns? Yeah, they've got everything you need at great prices. Recliners, sofas, mattresses, and guns.
In the 1960s, when churches were burned, President Kennedy stepped up.
condemned it.
To burn churches, I consider both cowardly as well as outrageous.
President Kennedy pledged justice.
As soon as we are able to find out who did it, we'll arrest them.
Now, churches are being burned again because they protect unborn babies and women in need. Our second Catholic president?
Keep protesting, because keep making your point.
Summer may be ending, but Ashley still has this season's top styles in stock and ready for fast delivery. For a limited time, update your home with no money down and 0% interest for 60 months. Visit your local Ashley store or shop ashley.com today.
Put your cornhole skills to the test at the Northwoods Cornhole Classic Saturday, September 17th at St. Germain Community Park. All skill levels welcome and pre-registration is appreciated.
After a car accident today, a Merrill first responder went above and beyond. Firefighter and paramedic John Crandon responded to a car crash, leaving one of the drivers transported to the hospital. The injured driver had groceries in the vehicle. Crandon took their groceries home for them to prevent them from spoiling.
Aww.
That is really nice. It was hot out there today. So
yes, those groceries can spoil very quickly with temperatures in the mid-80s out there today. We'll do it again tomorrow, followed by some big changes on the way about this time tomorrow night. But look at the temperatures outside now. We're hanging out low to mid-80s. That's not normal. The average high being about 74 this time of year. Lots of clear skies across the state now. However, our attention then turns toward the west. So that's a cold front across the Dakotas. That's moving our direction, likely arriving about this time tomorrow evening. The problem with that is it'll likely kick up a few showers and storms. Those could be strong with some gusty winds and heavy downpours. And there are lots of football games about this time tomorrow night as well. So keep an eye on the sky tomorrow. We'll watch it for a couple hours. It quickly gets out of here, though, by, say, 10 o'clock tomorrow evening. And a very nice weekend. Cooler, though. We'll have a northwest wind with high temperatures struggling to get out of the 60s on Saturday. It's going to feel a bit like fall around here on Saturday afternoon.
All right, that's all for your local news and weather. We'll see you back here at 10.
Mr. Food Test Kitchen is brought to you by Golden Carrot Jewelers and Creative Kitchen and Bath Studio.
Do you know what the Italian word frittata translates to in English? It's fried. Now, even though I don't fluently speak Italian